Last Tuesday, a retired couple walked into my shop with a printed-out list of luxury SUVs they found online: BMW X5, Mercedes GLE, Audi Q5. Every single one of them was a maintenance nightmare waiting to drain their retirement savings. I looked at the list, looked at them, and said I could save you $6,000 a year in repair bills. They thought I was exaggerating. I was not. After more than 2 decades under the hood, I have watched hundreds of retirees make the same expensive mistake. They want luxury. They deserve luxury. But they walk straight past 5 SUVs that ride like a dream, cost less than a Camry to maintain, and are sitting on used lots right now for pennies on the dollar. I am counting down my 5 favorite luxury SUVs for seniors that cost almost nothing to keep running. Number 1 is the one I recommend to every single retiree I know. Let's get into it. Number 5, Buick Envision. I know what you are thinking. Buick? That is your grandma's car. And you know what? Good. Your grandma knew what she was doing. A gentleman in his early 70s came to me last spring. He had been spending $2,500 to $3,000 a year keeping his 2012 Cadillac SRX alive. Timing chains, struts, a leaking power steering rack. I showed him a 2021 Buick Envision Avenir with 34,000 miles for $22,500. That vehicle stickered for over $43,000 new. 11 months later, he has spent exactly $87 on maintenance, 1 oil change and a cabin air filter. Here is why the Envision works for seniors. The ride height is perfect. You are not climbing into a truck or squatting into a sedan. You slide right in at hip level, which is exactly what you want with bad knees or a stiff back. Buick's active noise cancellation is standard on most trims, and it makes the cabin as quiet as a library. The second-generation Envision uses a 2-liter Turbo 4, making 228 horsepower, paired with a 9-speed automatic. RepairPal puts Buick's average annual maintenance at $608, below the $652 industry average and way below the luxury segment. A 2021 Envision with 40,000 miles runs $19,000 to $23,000. A same year, BMW X3 runs $28,000 to $33,000 with $968 per year in maintenance. Over 5 years, you are saving nearly $10,000 between the purchase price and upkeep. When shopping, test the transmission in stop and go traffic for sluggish low-speed shifts, check panoramic sunroof drains for clogs, and inspect the rocker panel paint for chipping in northern climates. Number 4, Lincoln Corsair. Lincoln has a depreciation problem. Or, if you are a smart buyer, Lincoln has a depreciation gift. These things fall off a cliff in value, and it is the best thing that ever happened to budget-conscious retirees. A couple in their late 60s came to me wanting something nicer than their Honda CR-V for retirement. Their budget was $25,000. I showed them a 2021 Corsair Reserve with all-wheel drive, 38,000 miles, asking price $24,200. That vehicle stickered for more than $47,000 new. She laughed when she sat down because the seats were that comfortable. Lincoln's perfect position seats offer up to 24-way adjustment. You can fine-tune the bolstering, thigh support, lumbar, everything. For someone with chronic back pain, that is not a luxury. That is a medical necessity. Most Corsairs have a 2-liter Turbo 4 that makes 250 horsepower and an 8-speed automatic. The parts are 4D parts, which means any independent mechanic can work on it, no specialty shop required. Lincoln's average annual repair cost is about $879, according to RepairPal. That sounds high until you compare it to BMW at $968, or Audi at $1,123. And Lincoln's powertrain warranty runs 6 years or 70,000 miles, which on a 2021 model could still be active. A 2021 Corsair with 35,000 to 50,000 miles sells for $22,000 to $27,000. A same year Lexus NX is $29,000 to $34,000. That is a $7,000 gap for two vehicles that both offer luxury interiors, advanced driver assist systems, and a smooth ride. The difference is the badge, and when you are retired, nobody cares about badges. They care about comfort. When test driving, make sure adaptive cruise control and blind spot monitoring function properly. These are features seniors depend on, and a malfunctioning sensor can cost $400 to $800 to replace. Listen for abnormal turbo whine under hard acceleration. A slight whoosh is normal. A high-pitched whine is not. Verify the Sync 3 infotainment is responsive with no freezing. Some early 2020 models had occasional software issues that were resolved through updates. Make sure yours has been updated. Number 3. Infiniti QX50. This is the SUV that luxury shoppers forget exists, and that is exactly why the pricing is so good. Infiniti used to compete head-to-head with Lexus. Same Japanese engineering philosophy, same attention to comfort. But people stopped cross-shopping them, and the resale values cratered. A woman in her mid-70s brought it in last month. She bought it 2 years ago with 29,000 miles for $21,000. The sticker price was $46,000 new. In 2 years of ownership, she spent less than $1,200 on maintenance. That was oil changes, brake pads, and one set of wiper blades. She told me it is the nicest vehicle she has ever owned, and asked why nobody talks about it. The QX50 uses a 2.0-liter variable compression turbo 4-cylinder engine, making 268 horsepower. Some people hear variable compression and get nervous, but this engine has been in production since 2019, and the reliability data is solid. J.D. Power gives it an 81 out of 100 for quality and reliability. CareEdge estimates 10-year maintenance costs are roughly $3,071 lower than the luxury SUV average. RepairPal pegs annual maintenance at about $608, the same as a mainstream Buick. The seat height puts it in the sweet spot for easy entry and exit. The cabin is lined with quality leather. The ride absorbs potholes instead of transmitting them into your spine. Infiniti's ProPilot Assist offers semi-autonomous highway driving that genuinely reduces fatigue for seniors doing long drives. A 2020 QX50 Lux with 45,000 miles runs from $20,000 to $24,000. That same year, a BMW X3 runs from $26,000 to $31,000. A same year, Audi Q5 runs from $25,000 to $30,000. You are saving $5,000 to $10,000 on a vehicle that is comparably equipped and arguably more comfortable on long drives. When shopping, drive it on the highway and accelerate from 40 to 70 miles per hour. The CVT should be seamless with no jerking. Check brake rotors for warping, especially on gently driven city cars. Inspect the driver's seat bolster for premature leather cracking on higher mileage examples. Number 2. Acura RDX. If I had to pick one compact luxury SUV that combines the lowest maintenance cost with genuine premium quality, it would be the Acura RDX every single time. This is a Honda underneath. Acura is Honda's luxury division, and everything that makes Honda reliable is baked into this vehicle. RepairPal gives the RDX an annual maintenance cost of just $497. That is lower than a Toyota RAV4, lower than a Honda CR-V, and lower than almost every SUV on the road, luxury or otherwise. The probability of a major repair is just 8%. Acura ranks second out of 32 brands for overall reliability on RepairPal. Second, behind only Lexus. A retired teacher, 72 years old, came in wanting an inspection on a 2019 RDX Advance with 41,000 miles. One owner, full service history, $24,500 asking price. I went through it bumper to bumper. Perfect. The timing chain looked factory fresh. The transmission shifted like the day it rolled off the line. 9 months later, her total maintenance cost was $68. One oil change. The third-generation RDX from 2019 onward uses a 2.0-liter Turbo 4 that makes 272 horsepower with a 10-speed automatic. Timing chain, not a belt, so no expensive replacement every 60,000 miles. The Acura Watch Safety Suite is standard on every trim, including collision mitigation braking, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control. CarEdge estimates the RDX's 10-year maintenance costs are $4,165 less than the luxury SUV average. A 2020 RDX technology with 50,000 miles sells for between $23,000 and $27,000. A same-year Lexus NX300 is $27,000 to $31,000. The RDX costs less to buy and less to maintain. For seniors specifically, the RDX has wide door openings, a commanding seating position, and one of the most intuitive gauge clusters in its class. The heads-up display on higher trims projects your speed and navigation right on the windshield, so you are never looking down. That matters when you are 72, and reaction time is everything. The super-handling all-wheel drive system actively distributes torque to the rear wheels for better traction in rain and light snow, which is exactly the kind of quiet confidence older drivers need in bad weather. Quick inspection tips. Test the infotainment touchpad interface because some seniors find it less intuitive than a standard touchscreen. Make sure it responds accurately before you commit. Listen for ticking at cold start. A slight tick for 10 seconds is normal on the Turbo 4, but if it persists after warm-up, check valve clearance. Verify all parking sensors work. These are features seniors rely on daily, and a dead sensor is about $250 to fix. Number 1. Lexus RX 350. This is the SUV I recommend to every senior who asks me what to buy. Not some of them, every single one. And I have never had a person come back disappointed. RepairPal gives the RX 350 a 4 out of 5 reliability rating. Average annual repair cost, $550. Probability of a major repair, just 8%. Lexus leads the entire J.D. Power vehicle dependability study, beating every other automaker. A retired postal worker bought a 2016 RX 350 6 years ago with 42,000 miles for $27,000. He is now at 187,000 miles. Total repair history, oil changes, brake pads at 120,000, a set of tires at 140,000, cabin and engine air filters, no check engine lights, no transmission issues, nothing. The engine is Toyota's legendary 2GR Vi6. Naturally aspirated, no turbochargers to fail, timing chain that lasts the life of the engine. I have seen these exceed 300,000 miles. The fourth generation RX from 2016 to 2022 is the sweet spot. It has the refined 3.5-liter V6, Lexus Safety System Plus, standard on every trim, and the quietest cabin in the segment. For seniors, the step-in height is exactly right. The seats are wide and supportive, and Lexus kept physical buttons and knobs for climate control. You are not fumbling with a touchscreen trying to change temperature at highway speed. That is a real safety consideration. A 2020 RX 350 with 50,000 miles runs $29,000 to $33,000. It was $48,000 to $55,000 new. Compare maintenance to the Germans. BMW X5 averages $968 per year, the Mercedes GLE about $908 per year, and the Audi Q5 about $1,000 to $123 per year. The Lexus is $550 per year. Over a decade, that is $4,000 to $5,000 saved on maintenance alone. When shopping, check dashboards for cracking on 2016 and earlier models in hot climates. Lexus extended warranty coverage exists on some of those, but confirm it has been addressed. Test the infotainment trackpad for responsiveness, and if it is glitchy, factor in about $300 for a replacement controller. Look at tire wear patterns. Uneven front tire wear means alignment was neglected. Not a deal breaker, but negotiate $150 off and get it aligned immediately. And here's the Piero tip. Find one owned by a retiree. I am dead serious. An RX 350 garage, kept by a 68-year-old who drove it to church and the grocery store and did every service on schedule, is basically a new car. Those are the ones you want. If this kind of straight talk is helping you, hit subscribe. I have more videos coming on the SUVs that actually make sense versus the ones dealerships try to push. So there it is, 5 luxury SUVs that seniors can buy right now without worrying about repair bills. The Buick Envision that rides like a whisper for under $23,000. The Lincoln Corsair with those incredible 24-way perfect position seats at half its original price. The Infiniti QX50 that everyone forgot about, but nobody who owns one regrets. The Acura RDX with $497 a year in maintenance, cheaper than a CR5. And the Lexus RX 350, the best luxury SUV you can buy if your goal is to never think about repairs again. If this helped, hit subscribe. I have more videos coming on vehicles that actually make financial sense. Drive safe, take care of your car, and it will take care of you. I'll see you in the next one.